Hello and welcome to another episode of The Pitch. My name is Jarrod, I'm from Nova 919, and I get very excited when I get to come into Adelaide United headquarters because I get to hang out with the coaches, the players, the staff. I get coffees made for me and I get to wear winter apparel celebrating 10 years because it's a little bit cold outside. Today, I am hanging out with Paul, Izzo and Jordan Elsey. Put your hands together, everyone. Woo! Woo! G'day guys, how you going?
Good.
Yeah, now if they look a bit weird, it's because they literally just got out of bed, which is okay because they're here now to have a little bit of a chat. Boys, first off, welcome to the 10-year anniversary season of Adelaide United. I guess I'll direct the question at you first. Do you want me to call you Elsey or Jordan? Elsey. Okay. How are you feeling, mate, going into the season so far? I mean, I watched a couple of youth league games last year and it was good to have a look. The pre-season so far has been pretty positive. Earlier in the week, you absolutely destroyed a side. What's the vibe like around training and also after these games?
Yeah, the vibe's great. All the boys are having fun, enjoying it, having a laugh, taking it week by week, step by step.
That's really cliche. Can you just give us a real answer, please, Elsey? Like, what's the vibe like? Are you guys hugging or high-fiving and really excited?
Some of the South American boys hug now and then. But yeah.
I actually saw a Snapchat from Dario Vidicic last night that showed some South American music in the change rooms before the game.
Yeah.
Who is the master of the DJ booth?
Cello.
Okay. Happy with his music choice?
Yeah, I love it.
All right, now Izzo, you have been doing a bit of travelling in the off-season of the A-League, but congratulations on representing Australia. That is fantastic. Can you give us... Oh, sorry. Woo! Izzo! Just clap yourself. Go on, man. All right. Can you give us a little bit of an insight for the people who don't know where you are and what you were doing, some of your experiences while you were travelling representing Australia?
Yeah, I was obviously representing Australia with the under-20s under Paul Ocon, and we qualified for the 20s World Cup in Turkey, and that's what I was doing while I was away. We had group games against Colombia, El Salvador and Turkey, and unfortunately we didn't make it through, but all in all it was a good experience, and now I'm back here.
Hey, can you talk about some of the players that you played against? Because you are playing against some of the world's best players, and I'm sure some real international names would have stood out for you that you've watched on television or on YouTube over the past couple of years.
Yeah, definitely a name I'll never forget I played against was Quintero for Colombia. You can YouTube him this week.
I won't do it now because we're on this spot afterwards, yeah.
He scored a bomb
Okay.
just recently for Porto, and he was unbelievable. Probably the best player I've ever played against, and I'll never forget that player.
Do you get to swap shirts with anyone at the end of the games?
Yes, but unfortunately I didn't jag anyone too special.
Doesn't matter, you still got
Hopefully
someone.
Doesn't offend anyone, yeah, but...
And who got yours?
The Turkish goalkeeper.
Okay, well that's fair enough. If you're watching, what's his name? Do you know what his name is?
No, I don't.
John.
All right, g'day John, if you're watching. Elsey, there are a few people at the moment probably watching this episode of The Pitch wondering because the English Premier League has started how to pick their fantasy team. Now, I know a couple of you guys in the team have got your little squads together after round one, which is just completed in the EPL. I've had a look, and you are leading the competition of the A-League players. There's a couple of other players from around the A-League as well. Have you got any tips of formations or where to spend your money if you are setting up a fantasy EPL side? Or is this just pot luck that you are winning?
Do I have to share? Or
Don't give all your tips away because I know you're also a gun at FIFA. What sort of formations are you looking at?
More strikers, because the strikers score you goals, they get you more points, and I don't know, just happened, really.
If you have a captain choice, do you go for a striker? So you go for a Van Persie? You have to go Van Persie.
Oh yeah.
You have to spend all the money on Van Persie.
All the money.
Okay, fair enough. Izzo, I spoke to your coach last week, your goalkeeping coach, and the question I asked him, which I'd love the same answer from you, watching Adelaide United play last year and seeing you sit on the sidelines while Eugene's obviously keeping, do you get a little bit frustrated? I mean, your job is to save goals, and of course you can go back to the youth league if you want. You've also got big John Hall there, but for you as a player where you need to get development in your young age and you want to progress your career, does it become a little bit frustrating?
Yeah, obviously you get frustrated at times, but that's all part of being a goalkeeper, especially when you're young. You know, everyone buys their time, and eventually an opportunity will come, and you have to be ready for that moment. And that's why, hopefully, in training, I do enough, so I'm ready for that opportunity when it comes.
What's it like being surrounded by Eugene, who's represented the Socceroos in their recent World Cup qualifying campaign? And, you know, we were talking last week on the episode about some of the amazing goalkeepers that have come through Adelaide United. You know, Beltrami, Bajic, and then Birigitti's gone over to Newcastle. But to have such a strong contingent of goalkeepers, it must be good, especially on the training track as well, to absorb all the advice they can give you.
Yeah, exactly. Like every day at training, I always learn something different that can benefit me and I can improve on. And I guess that's why one of my decisions was to come to Adelaide, because I know Blazzo he knows what he's doing, and Eugene also is a perfect person I can learn off.
Great. Now, we have one more serious question before we get into the not-so-serious stuff. Elsey, watching the Youth League games last year, the game which stood out for me was when I was watching you guys play against Melbourne Victory, and I think it was a pretty disappointing loss. But I watched Naboo play for Victory, who played really well when the guys played against Liverpool recently. And it's an indication of the games that he played, but also some of the representatives of your side. I mean, we've had Jacob Melling play there, Awa's been there, Jake Barkadesh was playing in that game, Fabian Barbiero, former Adelaide United player. It must be a really positive league, and especially a side to be a part of, knowing that in the first squad, no one's position is safe, especially if you're performing, and that gives you especially an opportunity to look up and work as hard as you can, because there's always a spot for you to go.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of big players in the youth league week in, week out. It's not usually the youth league every week. There's usually 5 senior boys, and it's good. It's good for the youth league players. Get tests every week, and I love playing against a big name player. So yeah. All
right, let's get to the really serious questions now. First of all, Jacob Melling is a player who loves a selfie on Instagram and Snapchat and things like that. Is Jacob Melling really in love with himself, or is that just a show?
I don't want to kill the kid's confidence.
No, don't. But we need to be honest here. This is an insight into Adelaide United here at the pitch. We are giving a real insight into the lives of Adelaide United players and members.
I think he might have to take a look at himself and choose wisely on his pictures, maybe.
Okay. Are you both on Twitter?
Yes, sir.
Can you please give your Twitter handles to the Adelaide United supporters who are watching at the moment?
Twitter handles?
That's your username account thing? You're on Twitter, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what's your
Twitter
name?
handle?
That's what it's called. Twitter handle.
Jordan Elsey. That's it, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you if you've got it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, what's yours?
P_is it?
Okay. So if you didn't understand
I don't know mine, obviously.
When you make a Twitter account, Elsey, you write in what you want it to be called. Like mine is Jarrod Walsh. That's simple, because that's my name.
Mine's Jordan Elsey.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No. I can check.
All right, you check that, and I'm going to ask Izzo. In a couple of weeks' time, the new FIFA will be released on like Xbox, PlayStation, all those things. Are you an Xbox or PS3 kind of guy?
PS3.
What team do you play as?
Newcastle United.
Wow. Okay, so have you a massive Newcastle fan? That's who you follow?
Yes.
Favourite Newcastle player of all time?
Ben Arthur.
Wow, okay. And do you reckon they'll do all right this year? Oh, you think your phone's ringing. You can answer it.
Twitter.
Answer it. Jordan's going to answer his phone while on the pitch. Oh, that's he's on Facebook. We're filming a serious video. It's a friend request. Okay, we're going to wrap things up. The final questions that I wanted to ask you are about the pre-season games and also new coach. What's he been like, new coach?
Great.
Good answer. That was really
No, it's been really
Give
good.
us something, Elsey.
No, it's been really good. Learning new things is really good for the young boys, like taking something new on, and yeah, we're loving it. Me and Izzo, training day in, day out, learning.
Do you guys pronounce his name right?
We hope so.
Okay, now for anyone who isn't sure how to pronounce his name, let's go for it, because I don't want to get it wrong.
Josep.
Josep. We all say it together. 1, 2, 3.
Josep.
Okay, and Izzo, we had a hat-trick scorer last night, or a couple of nights ago, in the pre-season match. Serge? Has he got a nickname yet?
Sidio.
Sidio, that's his surname, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Serge.
Okay,
But
and
anyway.
I've had a look at some of his stuff on YouTube. He's a freak. he's a gun player, so we're pretty lucky to have him and a couple of the new signings as well. We got Tarek coming in. So as much as we have turnover in the A-League of players coming in and out, it must be a pretty good sign that in a couple of months here at Cooper Stadium, we could kick off the season with a bang.
Should be good.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
All right, so we're just going to go find out what Elsey's Twitter account is, and we're going to go have a chat to Jacob Melling about taking selfies. Boys, what I like to do at the end of every episode, I've only done it once because I was too scared to hug Pete last week because I thought he was going to kill me. We all hug, and then we say goodbye. So let's all hug. Oh, yep, good.
Yeah.
Good hug. Yeah. And we wave goodbye. Thanks for watching The Pitch. See you next week. Go the Reds.